Let's bring in now great legal mind, Professor Emeritus at Harvard Law School, author of the book Get Trump, among many other books that are must-reads, Professor Alan Dershowitz. Sir, pleasure to have you. Let's talk about this request by Trump's attorneys. They're saying, can we have a delay in the penalties while we are going to appeal this? Do you think they will be successful in the state of New York with this stay, if you will?
Well, they should be successful. The fine itself violates the Constitution. It violates both the due process clause, and since it's in effect a criminal punishment because it's administered by the state, it also violates the Eighth Amendment prohibition on excessive fines. So I think he has a very strong case on appeal. Whether a New York court will accept that, I don't know. New York is a state which contains many judges who are very anti-Trump, like the judge in the case itself. So I'm not going to predict how the courts in New York will decide these stay applications or the constitutional issues. I can tell you categorically that the fine itself is improper and unconstitutional.
The Eighth Amendment rights, that's right. It says citizens cannot be subjected to excessive fines. So we'll watch and see what happens there. But then there's also this talk of Letitia James saying, I'm ready to go in and seize. I mean, obviously a lot of steps would need to happen first. What do you make of her comments there, her boldness? And she does seem to be reveling in all of this. And since, well, you got the title, Get Trump, from her, can you give us a reaction to how you think she's playing this with the media?
Yeah, I think the only money she's likely to get soon are the royalties from my book for giving me the title. Clearly she should be looked into by various bar associations and judicial and prosecutorial authorities. In America, you don't run for office on the campaign promise to get an individual and then say, well, maybe I'll find evidence, maybe I'll find the law. But what I'm promising you now is, without regard to what the facts of the law is, I'm going to get Trump. There's something very wrong about that. It is reminiscent of the former Soviet Union, where Stalin and Beria had a conversation and the head of the KGB said, show me the man and I'll find you the crime. I don't want to compare, obviously, either the former Soviet Union or current Russia under Putin to New York. But I have to tell you that when an attorney general, an elected official, runs for office on the promise to get a particular person, it's just getting much too close to a banana republic.
A dark day for justice, many say. We saw the president's brother, James Biden, testifying yesterday. Next week, it will be Hunter Biden. There's a lot of talk about what we may learn from Hunter. Was there anything in particular you took away from James Biden yesterday? I mean, there's one thing to make allegations of influence peddling, but you know, Professor Dershowitz, when it raises to the level of where you have a sitting president who could be compromised by deals in China and other foreign entities, there's a whole other standard here.
Look, it's proper to investigate anything relating to a sitting president. I don't see any smoking guns here yet. And certainly we're far, far, far away from finding an impeachable offense by the president. To find an impeachable offense, you have to find treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors committed while he was serving as president. Most of these allegations go back to when he was a vice president. Some go back to when he was a senator. So I think this is an example of tit for tat, weaponization of the criminal justice system. The Republicans are getting even with the Democrats because the Democrats impeached Trump and Democrats are going after him in New York criminally and civilly. And the losers are the American people, because our system of justice ceases to be neutral and objective and becomes a tool to be used by either party to their own political advantage. It's just not good for America when either side does it.